Okay, welcome to my Orilium getting ready for the spring Equinox schedule of classes for my people. So I am 2 minutes away from G's premiere. So if you've not seen this, please go over and watch it. I just wanted to watch it with you guys. Anything that she says or that I really want to talk about, I will be reacting to. So we're going to watch it together. If you don't know what this is and you accidentally clicked on this, please pause it. Go to G's channel, find out everything about the Orilium readathon. It's not a readathon. It's more like an event. This is the third year that we will be doing this. I'm pretty sure it's the third year. And anyway, we have 60 seconds. So I'm going to get into it. If you already know what's happening, then you know what's happening. I'm going to make myself small. I don't know how to hide the chat. What if I just close it? There we go. I can just close it. So I'm going to make it full screen once the thing starts so that we can all watch it together, and I'll try to hide myself up in the top corner. But anyway, if my dog starts whining, I'll just have to pick him up during the middle of the video. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know anything else about it. I'm just so excited. I've already got my girls ready. The presentation thing is over here for both of them already with everything they've done. I have a blank space in the middle to put their new stuff. So I am ready. So excited about this. And Django's already here. Django is covered in mud. I know y'all, yeah, you can see it. I just wiped his paws off. Somebody needs a bath. I hope nobody has a seizure issue because, wow.
Hello scholars, welcome back to another semester at the Orilium Academy. I'm so glad that you're back or that you're joining. Welcome if you're new. I have quite a busy semester ahead of us and I'm very excited to share everything with you today. And I want to say that's maybe it. Well done to me for surviving this announcement recording. But I'm so excited to present all of these new additions to you. I hope that you will have a lot of fun and be a little bit more motivated to read and just be silly goofy with me, basically. Thank you so much for coming back or joining if you're new. I'm very, very happy to have you. And welcome back to Orilium. I will see you with this on the 1st of April. Bye!
That was awesome. And as always, I feel like I have just had the water hose directly at my face. And so I have so much information to go through and so many things to think through. In the past, okay, so if you saw it, you know that she said we didn't read enough in the previous semester to get to start early this semester. And I have never entered a single book that I have read for this readathon. So that is one thing that I am going to change this time. I'm going to enter every book I read into the thing so that my pages and my books will count along with everybody else's. Okay, the other thing is I'm pretty sure this was in August last year, and Allison from Allison on a Book Break, maybe just on a break, I think it's Book Break. Anyway, I'll link her down below. She created a school schedule and did this really cool thing where she set up the time that her classes would be. And I kind of did the same thing with the seasonathon one that was about going to school. I think it was seasonathon. Yeah, it was. And I did something similar to that. So I've been bouncing ideas around about how I'm going to do this. And now that we know everything, I'm going to take a little bit of time and I will come back to you with how I'm going to set this up and then what books I'm picking. And we can just start going on April 1st. Okay, so I took some notes. You can't tell at all what they say, but I took some notes while I was watching the video. I wrote down all the classes that Adrian and Emmeline both need to take. And here's what I've decided to do. Neither one of them are going to take any of the supplementary courses. I just don't know that they would fit either one of them and what they really want to do. So I'm not going to worry about those. That'll be one less thing that I'll have to worry about or deal with. There's going to be two parts to this. Part one that I'm going to do right now is just picking the books that I'm going to be reading for school. And then the second video that's going to be coming out probably tomorrow or in a couple of days, is going to be my class schedule and how that's all going to work. So this video, though, is just going to be the classes. So for Adrian, she has 7 classes and Emmeline has 5 classes. They overlap in 2 classes. However, since each person is taking the class, this time only, I am going to read, well, I don't know about only, but starting with this time, I am going to read 1 book per person. So I did in the past, like when they had restoration together, I would read 1 book for restoration and count it for both of them. Not this time. So I mean, it just worked out that way with the prompts where I think it's going to end up being really nice. Anyway, why, you might ask, am I here on my 50 before 50 list looking at it? It's because I want to pick as many books from my 50 before 50 list as I can pick to fulfill the prompts that I have to do. I have created a Trello board. Let me make sure. Okay, I'm out of the way enough. Okay. So here is the syllabus for each of the classes, what the course focus is, and then what the reading prompt is. So I'm just going to go through here, tell you the course, what the focus is, and then what the prompt is, and what book I'm reading. So we will do, it doesn't matter who I'm reading for right now, so I'm just going to do them all together because it'll be too confusing to be like, this is for Adrian and this is for Emmeline. So it doesn't matter. We're just going to go through all the classes that I'm going to be taking this year with one or the other of the girls. Okay, let's look at it like this. So Art of Illusion is first, and we're going to be working with shadow play. And it says the word game or play in the title. Y'all, I looked through every one of the next books in my 50 before 50, and there is not one that has game or play in the title. So I'm going to do what G suggested, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to type game in my to read pile, and let's see what we get. 12 books. Okay. Okay, well, I love a fake dating trope, and there it is, the fake dating game. Okay, so that one immediately jumped out at me. I'm going to open it up in a tab right here, and then I'm going to search for play and see how many books. 5 books. Okay. Oh, the passing play book. I wanted to read that. Ready Player 2. I wanted to read that as well. Okay, well, this one wins because it has the least number of pages. And that's what I need to do when I'm adding new stuff in. So the fake dating game is what I'm going to be reading for my Art of Illusion class, where we're going to be studying shadow play in that class. Okay, we're next over here is astronomy, and we're going to be studying the far out constellations, the 3rd round of constellation study for astronomy. And the reading prompt is zodiac recommendations. So my zodiac is a Gemini, just like G from Book Roast, who created it. Anyway, that does not matter. I got a whole list. Well, I got multiple lists over here. From Goodreads, I looked at their list that they suggest, and this was one that I already had on another TBR. So that's all I pulled are books that I had on my storygraph TBR. I ended up with 4, and both girls are taking this class, so I need to choose 2 books. So we've got The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which is what this is a historical fiction, but also romance. So this one I'm not picking. Then we have The Maid. I have this. It's one of my Book of the Month books, so I already own it, and I have it on audio as well. So that is one of the books I'm going to be picking, but I loved this one so much. This list came from Snow Isle Libraries. I don't know where that is or what's going on, but it says, books for Geminis. Those born under Gemini are often known for their outgoing, playful, and friendly natures, constantly curious and in need of things to do. Geminis can struggle to remain focused on a single hobby or task and adapt well to change. Communication, connection, and relationships are top priorities for these individuals. Recognized for their lively minds, many-sided personalities, and humorous nature, the charm of Geminis is usually impossible to ignore. How cute is that? Anyway, so all of these books tells you at the bottom, underneath them, like why they would be good. So I picked 2 of these that are possibilities. So I really want to read The Maid, and then I have two of these. The first one is The Sea of Tranquility. That was already on my list. Both playful and emotional, Geminis might find solace in this calming novel that covers a wide expanse of time and places with multiple POVs. From an island off of Vancouver in 1912 to a lunar colony hundreds of years later, this story of art and humanity knows no limits. It's already on my list. I want to read it, so that sounds really good. Then Finna, weirdly, this cool looking book it was in a book, like a set of books that I bought at a thrift store. Ava and Jules will have to work together to rescue an elderly customer who mysteriously disappears into another dimension, along with complicated dynamics of exes who work at a megastore together and have to navigate trying to form a friendship. This sci-fi novella explores alternate dimensions and is symbolic of the many-sided Gemini. This is the one that I am picking because, number one, it is short. It's only 100 pages. So this is the one that I'm picking for one of the girls. And then The Maid is the one I'm picking for the other one. And it doesn't matter who I read what for. I'll decide that probably when I start reading. But these are the two books for astronomy. Our next class is Conjuration, and we are going to be working with a blinding prism. So we're going to be trying to conjure a prism, and so we're going to spin a color wheel. I have already got the wheel over here with lots of colors on it, so we're just going to spin and see what we get. Blue or green? Blue on the cover. So we get to go back over here. I'm going to scroll through and find the next book in a series that has a lot of blue on the cover. Oh my gosh, here we go. Mort. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of purplish, right? I mean, I would consider this one right here to be more blue. That's kind of purple. So I'm going to keep Mort as an option of like a dark blue, but that's almost more purple. Oh, Dune Messiah is very blue. Okay, that is number one on the list right now. Oh, too bad I'm not on this Karen Slaughter because that's definitely blue. Among the Mad is really blue as well. Okay, so I have two that are blue. Ooh, Shades in Shadow, that's got all kinds of blue on it. Okay, so I have these three options. I really think I want to do this because this will finish the Inheritance trilogy. But I have a lot of Dune books to read. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Dune Messiah for this one. And I will put that book when I have another one that I need to put. You'll see. I'll put that book on here in a minute. So we're going to go with Dune Messiah for this one. Okay, then demonology. We're going to be dealing with pacts and contracts. So, of course, the contracts that you write up with demons. We're going to be talking about that. So the prompt is a book you did not pay for. This one is going to be very easy. I'm going to read This Spy Family Volume 5. Here it is. I got it as a gift for Christmas, so I did not pay for it. Okay, then we have Elemental Studies, and we're going to work on calling lightning. And so the reading prompt is a source of light on the cover. So I definitely think I can find that in one of these books. I mean, that looks like a source of light to me. The sun is coming around this thing, so that's definitely one. Coming around the planet, I guess that is. We also have the moon right here. Are we going to say that's not a source of light? Let me move it to the front because we also have buildings with lights turned on. Those are sources of light. So vignette is a possibility. I've been really wanting to get back into the Dresden Files, so that's an opportunity. I'm not reading another Dune book. That fire is a source of light on the Earth Divers. There's the sun again. That's a source of light. Wow, it's not hard to find light around here. Okay, I'm going to go with this. It has a light pole on the cover. Am I covering it up? No, I'm not. Okay, let me make this bigger and move it to the front. Okay, so it has a light pole right here on the cover. So I'm going to read Veronica Speedwell, A Murderous Relation. I cannot wait to be back in this book, in this series, in this world with them. Okay, the next one is spells and incantations. And for spells, we're going to be doing quick count, which today G said quick maths. Anyway, so I need to do a random number generator for the title length. And I thought she meant like number of words in the title. She means number of letters in the title. So I picked between 5 and 25. So let's see what I get. 16 letters in the title. I mean, I have a lot to choose from, so hopefully I can find 16. Okay, well, I found 17. 13 is a very popular number, by the way. I found 16. A Picture of Murder, a Lady Hardcastle mystery. Okay, I'm going to keep looking, but I found one. The Lord Collector also has 16. Wow. Okay, we're going to go with A Picture of Murder, the next in the Lady Hardcastle series. I realize I'm covering it up, but that's what I'm going with. Okay, we only have 2 classes left. So Inscription is the next one, and we're going to be studying practical typography. So I'm going to write down 3 titles, and then I will put them all. Maybe I'll just have my son come over and grab one. That's what I'll do. Okay, I'm putting them in my glasses case. And he's going to reach over and grab one. I picked the last book in 3 different series. So no matter what he picks, I will be finishing one of the series. Oh my gosh, come on. Are you trying to peek? No. Did you just get one? Okay, what is it? The Mask Falling. I'm right on it right here. This picture right here. So I will be finishing the Bone season. Okay, and then, so you can see lore on there. I do have lore as one of my classes, and this class has been interrupted. And it's been interrupted because there's an issue that happened on day 1 of our class, and that was in her video. She talked about that today. My Adrian has that class, and Adrian is going to be the one that does the side quest. I've decided Emmeline is studying to become a moon warden, and they're the ones that, if you look on the map of Eldia, let me see if I can do this, right down here at the bottom. Yeah, you can see it. These 3 spires, G said that is the towers that harnesses the power of the moon. That is a very not exact way to say what happens. But anyway, Emmeline's job is to learn how to guard those towers, and being that close to the volatile stuff from the moons actually messes with people, and it even changes your features. And so Emmeline's eyes will turn gray and other stuff happens. So anyway, she is not going to go on the side quest to do the lore stuff because she doesn't take the lore class, and I don't think she would be interested in doing anything that requires her to hunt down things or worry about conspiracies. Her job is to stay in those towers as much as possible and protect them. So Emmeline is just going to worry about her studies and her class. Meanwhile, Adrian will be trying to figure out what is going on with the lore. She is a God-seer, or she's working on becoming a God-seer. And so that is her calling. And therefore, she just likes adventure of all kinds and anything that is fun and new and interesting. She just goes where her interests want to take her, while at the same time, she does want to be blessed by a god, which is the ultimate of the God-seers. So she is definitely going to do that when she is doing the lore. Then for the final class, let me get my picture back, Psionics and Divination. It says we're going to be studying clairsentience too. I have no idea what that means, but we're going to be studying it. And I have to make a prediction bingo card. I'm going to do it for the Angel of Indian Lake, and I'm going to predict what I think is going to be in this book and what's going to happen in this book. So the way it works is you create a bingo board and you fill it up with things that you think are going to happen in the book. And then as those things happen, you get to mark them off your bingo board. That's literally it. So I'm going to be finishing up the Indian Lake trilogy. Jay Daniels is the absolute best. So I am so excited about reading it. I can't wait for it to come out so I can read it, or I can't wait to get my copy of it. So that's it. That is what I'm going to be reading for the prediction bingo. So our basic book count is 11, but I know it's going to go higher because that does not count whatever's happening in the lore classroom. So my plan right now, before April 1st, is to get the schedule done. That is 10 classes. So what my plan is right now is I'm going to create a schedule for those 10 classes. We will see when they will be happening, and then I will read those books during the class times only. So hopefully we will be able to get those done. I didn't have a problem getting it done last time. I mean, we have the whole month. So we have 4 weeks of these classes. So that's usually not a big deal. But that is going to do it for the books that I'm reading for this readathon. Let me know what you're doing if you participate in Orilium. The last 2 years, I have done everything. Well, I have done the spring and the fall equinoxes, the semesters at school. I have done the Adventures in Aeldia last year, the year-long adventure thing, but I didn't track anything that I was reading in their thing where they track it. I didn't track any of that. I didn't participate in any side quest. I didn't do any extras. I think I may have gotten the little impling that they had, but I didn't do any of that. And I really, really want to get into it more this year and join in with more things. So I have joined the Discord. I have signed up for my guild. I'm doing Adrian's guild, which is the archivist. So I'm in that guild over there in the Discord. I'm not in the House of the Arcane. That is Emmeline's guild, but I'm not in that guild. So anyway, I'm also going to be reading the book club book for our book club as well. And I think that's just it. That means that in April, there will not be any TBR games unless it is a game to see. No, because I got to read these in a certain order based on when my classes are. So there will be no TBR games in April. But I think what I might do, I might read everything I can up until April the 1st. And then on April the 1st, every book that's been on the thing I've been trying to read on my Jokes on Me, I may take all of those and just put them back so that they're wide open and available for future TBRs. And then after Orilium, we can start over in May with new TBR games, books to add to the TBRs, probably the same ones that I didn't read yet. And we'll do it like that. You guys tell me what you think. If I should just save those books for like an end of the year TBR of like books I didn't finish this year, or if I should just put them back at the top of the pile and start over again and see what I get. So if you've made it this far, I know this has been a really long video, but thank you for sticking in there. Let me know about your Orilium characters. And let me know if you're over on Discord doing it and what guild you're in, because I think it'd be cool to do our group books together on the guilds. So that's it. That's going to do it. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video to create the schedule for the girls. Bye.